Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the amount of things you had and wanted to do because you just wanted to live your best life? You felt like you were giving your best but still wouldn't achieve the outcomes you wanted? I think people often want to do a lot, but later they just can't manage all those things and fulfill all the responsibilities they took on themselves, which later leads to dissatisfaction because you wanted to do it all, but you didn't. Maybe you've disappointed someone, or maybe you've lost a chance because you weren't able to manage everything together. You might have problems dividing your time between school, work, living healthily, but also enjoying your free time, exploring your passions and hobbies, or socializing and giving the people you care about the most enough of your attention. Hello everyone, brace up, and today I want to share with you my experience because I've also felt it pretty recently. At the end of last year, I felt really confident about life. Everything was going well. I got some opportunities I always wanted, did some things I always wanted to achieve and have. I went into this year being so confident that this was going to be my year. The year where I would get to be happy, achieve everything I ever wanted, and succeed. So I started getting into everything I possibly could so that I could do everything I wanted. And that was probably the biggest mistake I could have made. I started doing a lot more than I was doing in 2024. At first, I started to disappoint myself with small mistakes and failing simple things that didn't really matter. But those little mistakes started to undermine my feeling of self worth and grew into bigger problems. Eventually, all of this led me to breaking down. Those mental problems I started having made me seek help from the people around me, but as no one could provide what I needed, I started taking it out on the people who wanted to help. So, in conclusion, I was just being a kind of a to people. And as I was failing even simpler tasks and disappointing people I cared about, in the end, 5 months later, I screwed up everything. I've lost my best friend, which I regret deeply, but I can understand that she just had enough of all this. I think she made the right decision for that moment, one that was better for both of us, which I didn't understand at the time. After that, everything fell apart, and life sucked real hard. All because I couldn't deal with my own problems. I was doing too many things, and I was the one who destroyed everything because of being too ambitious and then probably a bit selfish. Even though I never had any bad intentions and I never wanted to hurt anyone and myself. So, if you're in a part of your life where you want to do a lot just to live your best life and achieve everything you want, it's important to remember that sometimes you have to take life slowly. If you don't build a solid enough foundation for the things you have, then the moment you start having problems with yourself, everything's going to fall apart. And you won't really be able to do much then. Of course, you can try to work on the problems you have, but if you don't fix the main issue, where most of the time you are the problem, for many different reasons you won't see because you're focused on other things, it's not going to work out. Everything's going to break. You're going to lose everything. And that's just how it is. And you won't be able to fight it. So sometimes it's better to do a bit less, but do it well. So when things go wrong, you won't lose everything in the blink of an eye, because you'll know you've built a solid foundation and everything's going to be fine. So if you're feeling overwhelmed right now, I know you might care about everything you're doing and have big ambitions for yourself, because these might be the things you always wanted. But maybe it's better to let some things go so you don't overwork yourself, because it won't lead you to success. Or should you? I was the one who had to do it myself. I've been through all this on my own, having no motivation to get out of bed for 2 months. And not much has changed. I don't see a reason to do anything. I don't have any ideas about what I want now, what I should focus on, or how I want to take on those past problems. But I know I won't just give up, because I never wanted to cause all this mess for myself, but mostly for others. And do I have a lot of work ahead? Yes. Will I probably have to find a way to solve all of it on my own? Maybe. But will I give up? Never. I didn't go through all of this for no reason. And now I understand what the problems were. I will try to work on myself to repair my life and everything else. And once again, I will be overwhelmed. I will break down. But we, and by we, I mean me and my best friend, we've shown that it is possible to get up even from the worst position you could ever be in. All on your own. And without her, I wouldn't have been able to prove that. I know it will be really hard, but I know my values, I know my beliefs, and the idea alone is worth more than what I have to go through. And also, the pure amount of things I've learned about myself, people, and lots of other stuff is unbelievable. So, I'm kinda happy it all went downhill. So, if you're falling down from being overwhelmed, let it be, but never give up. Just do it wisely next time. Learn from your mistakes and keep on going. Because I truly believe everyone can do it. And maybe it doesn't seem like I had it the worst, because of course I won't share everything, as the background of all of this goes much deeper. But never stop believing in yourself. Even when you make mistakes after mistakes, just keep moving, and everything will be fine someday. You just can't give up. If you can't manage everything, then let yourself fall down. And yes, it's going to hurt, but it will hurt much less than the regret of never getting to experience the things you had. But remember, after falling down, you have to get up. And if no one believes in you, I do. Even though I may not know you, I know everyone is capable of getting back to the top after falling to the lowest lows. You just have to keep going through all the things that won't be easy. But if I could do it, you can too. And that's what I wanted to share with you. And I wish you the best of luck with everything you might be going through. Because I believe you can do it. And if you care enough, nothing can make you give up on the things you value. So keep going, and peace.